Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having Leo on the 7th house cusp in a natal chart, or a Leo descendant. Now, conclusion I come to when I look at this placement, well, I think it would be obvious to say that this person may have propensity to attract a partner that can be domineering, yet very generous and magnanimous, may spend over his or her means, may have maybe a little perhaps arrogance, overconfidence about him or her. It could be somebody that may actually have some strong public image, desire it, or may even be a person that may have some kind of fame or notoriety, even if it's on a small to moderate scale. Now, the negative I say with this is that this person that has Leo on the 7th should guard against perhaps attracting a partner that might be maybe overly domineering or controlling. And despite the fact that the partner may often be very loyal and steadfast, there is the danger that this partner may be the one that wants to really run the ship or control things, where in a relationship it should be, at least in my opinion, should be about equilibrium. Now, as far as the 7th house goes, we know that it also covers not just like significant other, but also just relationships in general. And this person may be inclined to get involved in relationships where the other person is the more, I guess we could say, the dominant person in the relationship, whether it's platonic or otherwise. And it may attract people, though, that are very courageous, very brave, have a lot of fortitude and courage. But at the same time, these can be people that might be the ones that want to dictate, well, let's go here or let's do that, where it shouldn't always be about that. And look at the 7th house too, and it's also about our open enemies or adversaries. And with Leo on the 7th house cusp, this person may, as far as open enemies may go, it could be people that are, I guess we could say, have loud, dominant personalities, perhaps those that might even be a little vain, a little arrogant or supercilious, maybe people that aren't going to back down easily because of pride. They could be people, it might even be people that might, in some isolated cases, people that are in an entertainment world, or somebody that has some strong public image, even if it's on a small to moderate level. This person may be attracted to somebody that may be even in the entertainment industry of some kind, in the theater, such as perhaps acting, or even somebody that's somewhat remotely involved in it, such as writing screenplays. Somebody that's just like an entertainer in general. Could be somebody even like, for example, like a magician, or somebody that does like stand-up comedy. Somebody that has that proclivity to be in the limelight one way or the other. Now, look at the 7th house cusp, and it also involves, it's associated with legalities. And in legal situations, this person may wind up going against people, perhaps even in some isolated cases in the entertainment industry, people that are proud, that have a dominant type, I guess you could say, nature, perhaps a strong confidence connected with them, people that really don't feel like they're going to lose, like they're going to emerge victorious in a courtroom type situation, domineering type personalities, perhaps people that are very dignified, that are proud, and will do whatever they can not to lose something in a legal battle. And there may be legal issues connected with, like I stated before, people perhaps in some cases that have some fame, that have some notoriety, or receive certain accolades, even if it's in their own town or their own community. This could be, we'll look at the 7th house as well. And in the 7th house in astrology also governs contracts and negotiations. So this could be somebody that has a lot of pride and dignity in these things. And if this person sign something, they need to make sure that Leo is an extravagant sign, and that it's something where they want to make sure to be safe, to get their best bang for their buck, if you know what I'm saying, and avoid contracts where maybe they have things may seem a little more extravagant than they should be, because they very well maybe, if the person even sees this as a remote possibility, and making sure that they are getting their money's worth, and they're not have to wind up overspending, because there might be a quote-unquote magnanimous matter in terms of issues connected with contracts, if you understand what I'm saying, negotiations. So it's something to be careful of, and really that is definitely something to consider if you have Leo on the seventh house cusp in a natal chart. And the thing about this too is that I understand opposites attract, and we look at somebody that has Leo on the descendant, obviously is going to have Aquarius rising. Now these two signs are still very diametrically opposed in their nature. That Aquarius is about innovation, being progressive, ingenious, moving forward. And Leo, and it's not to say Leo has no inventive ability, but what it is more so than Aquarius, Leo is about being more, I guess, orthodox or conservative. So this is where if this person does happen to attract an actual, like say a Leo rising or sun person, that this is something that they would have to be wary of in the relationship, and find a way to somehow make it work despite these differences. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having Leo on the seventh house cusp in a natal chart. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about having Virgo on the seventh house cusp in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.